Alright, so we're doing a review of ICONIQ 5N. I'm gonna read about it and watch it, but since I'm already here, first I have one that it's in original state, and now I've just got this thing, which is weight reduction stage 5, which takes about 700 kilometers of the original. So that should be a huge difference. You're gonna get a ceramic brake kit, carbon, which is of course pretty much the same. Let's see how much performance point. Only 7 adds 7 more. It's basically the same thing as these guys, which are cheaper. So the ceramic is just for a bling, but still we're doing it. And yeah, when you get weight reduction stage 5, you automatically get the other ones as well. I'm gonna go with tires as well. Look at this, it's almost to 700 just with tires. Let's take the brake controller. Of course, none of this other things is relevant. Yo, you can get fully customizable computer, okay. To get even more horsepower. Oh, and look at this. Actually, there's a little improvement there, so let's do that as well. And yeah, let's get these guys. And just in case. Okay, so this comes with sports hard by default. Alright, interesting. So, alright. Let's go and see the car and read about it a bit. I guess it's of course here in Asia Pacific. Under Hyundai. Like I said, I do have one, so we're gonna test both. So yeah, this is how car looks. It's nothing special. Looks like us basically. It's pretty plain. I do like it from the inside though. It's simple, not too tacky, lots of space around, above. I dig it. Looks very practical, to be honest. I would guess it's a pretty cool car to have. I did test it before, and like I said, we're gonna do both versions now, but let's read about it. Martin says EVs might not have the most exciting image, but there's one EV that shatters all preconceptions. I'm talking about Hyundai ICONIQ 5N. The N at the end of its name is a nod to Hyundai's two testing grounds, Namyang and the Nürburgring. The ICONIQ 5N is a true embodiment of driving pleasure, propelled by two motors on the front and rear axles. Four-wheel drive system allows for a total output of 478 kilowatt hours or 641 horsepower. And its simulated exhaust note delivers the excitement of a naturally aspired engine. No doubt, the ICONIQ 5N will change your mind about EVs. It's a beast that has raised the bar for electric cars. So yeah, that's it. It's priced at 85,000 credits. So we have beefed up version as well that we're gonna tune up. We're gonna tune up here, and we also gonna real quick see if we can read something about the car, maybe here as well. Stands for this, age drivetrain, blah blah blah. Virtual clutch transmission is also provided through the use of regenerative braking power. with further driving euphoria provided by simulated exhaust sound. So yeah, one of the problems is you can't really in real life there are several modes for this car, and you can shift how much power is in, you know, front wheels and back wheels, things like that. There's also, you can simulate a shifter as well, which is not the case here. So let's go like 2248. Oops. Yeah, transmission only. It'd be cool if you could get manual transmission. Later, let's see, 330, 350. So let's get this one to 320 and this one to 3. Oh yeah, also we gotta check. How could I forget about that? Supposedly you can get pretty nice kit for this car as well, which is a thing one should not forget. So, especially when reviewing the car. Okay, we can even get a wide body kit, which will... Okay, looks interesting. We will lose some of performance here, but we should gain that back once we adjust the wheels, which we'll try and do right about now. Get some nice wheels on there. I don't know. What should we put here? Let's see. Since it has some red, I mean, it's quite tacky, to be honest. I mean, even this is I don't know, it looks like a toy. Actually like this one, kinda. So we could go 22. Could actually go lower. I'll try and do wide. Should try 22. Alright, let's see. 677, 67, 682. There you go. Alright, we'll keep it as it is. And there it is. Front 682. This gets us to 683. Yeah, sure. 701. And then there's a big daddy here. Which is basically Pikes Peak, right? I don't know, sure, let's put it, and let's put roll cage in it, you know, might as well. You know what? I'm gonna put warm. Because the color is kind of warm. And then we're just gonna remove this. So this one is kind of cute. Short and cute, but then this one is more... I don't know. Kind of like this one. I mean, if I were to put a real registration plate, I would leave it like this. But then this one looks like a little badge, Gran Turismo badge, and we're just gonna keep it as it is. So I guess the red one makes most sense to just leave it there, or maybe put on the black one and make it a bit less tacky. So this is the red one. Let's go with black one. Because I don't know if the red one is by default there. It could be. So this is kind of a good move to just say, okay, I have different brakes. Right, so we're not gonna do any custom liveries here or anything like that. We're gonna stick to the tune we have and gonna go and test the car out. I guess it would be fair to test it on Nürburgring, since supposedly that's where they test it. Oops. It is quite a long track though, but should we go for it? I don't know, I guess we're going for it. Alright, so I'm changing the car. We're gonna first do it. Let's see, this one almost has 700 performance points. And also I'm probably gonna have to do some adjustments here. Oh yeah, we can get this pretty high. So yeah, we're gonna try it like this. Definitely gonna try it like this and see how it feels. But first we're trying this one, which is like under 600. So it's gonna be around 100 and what, 30, 40, 140 performance points difference. It's gonna be interesting to see how it feels and what time difference will be like. And I'm especially curious on its braking performance, since in the upgraded version we do have better brakes, and also the car is like 700 kilos lighter, which is great. But first things first. And I'm leaving, of course, braking zones because it would be hard to adjust, I think, on the fly, since this car is particularly... It's quite heavy, I mean, and it takes some time to brake. Okay, so it's quite heavy. I guess it's definitely one of the better electric cars to drive. Although I do like Teslas when you kind of upgrade them, you know, as well, remove the weight and things like that. So if this is correct, and on the right on the display, it says we have 60% of power on the back wheels and 40 on the front, although it feels like there's maybe even more on the back, but maybe that just because there's quite a bit of power here. If I'm not mistaken, what did it say? It's like almost 700 horsepower. And although the car is rather heavy, that's still, you know, nothing to joke about. Okay. So it's definitely a bit cumbersome. Cumbersome. I don't know how do you say it. To drive, but at the same time, it's definitely a car you could have fun with. And I can see, you know, good. Oof. Yeah, it's kind of hard to correct some things like you could with similar cars, just because it's so heavy. So you can't really, you know, if you get too much speed into a corner, like the centrifugal force will just be too much. So it will, you know, the G-forces will, oops, get you to the side. So gotta be careful with that. But yeah, in real life, this is like, you know, for a dad that has a little family and still wants to keep some of that wild spirit in reminiscence of the times when he could race a bit, I guess. I mean, it's super cool. Look at this, 200 kilometers, 220. Just going 240 uphill. I do wonder what the battery would think of this. Of course, this is just a time trial, so we're not simulating the performance of, like, power performance. I mean, but yeah, it would be super cool to be able to, you know, change the power distribution between rear and front. That's a bit weird. It's a bit weird that's not allowed even with modifications, since you can actually do it in real life, you know, without any modifications. And I feel that shouldn't be too complicated to simulate for polyphony. So I'm not sure why that's not there, because they could just implement it through their own arrangement, you know. it's already there, you know, possibility to do it. So they could have done that. I would think. Yeah, drives quite nicely here. And yeah, also like just basically simulating the manual shifter, that would be super cool. Let's see what we can achieve here. You can actually hear the wind from the outside, which is interesting. Alright, so around 260 kilometers per hour would be top speed. It's actually not a bad drive. It's quite heavy, and you know, it's definitely not easy to stop, but once you get used to it, because I've already tried this car before, once you get used to it, it's really quite fun. All right. Let me just check something. Last time I tried, I couldn't get this car in reverse. Look at this, I can't do it now. Yeah. Even with manual shifter or nor here on pad, I'm not sure what's the point. Doing something wrong. And yeah, there's also like all right, that's horn. Oh, is this our lap time? 7:53:61. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, 7:53:61. All right, so it's under 8 minutes. I don't know how that compares to the time they did in factory. Of course, this wasn't really super fast or precise. It was just a little practice drive, first time with this car around Nürburgring. I only did 8 kilometers in this car before on, what was it? Anyways, on one short track. It's Willow, Streets of Willow, right? Streets of Willow Springs. Where I was testing new cars from 155 update. So yeah, car is pretty stable, you know, low center of gravity. Goes good, but it's heavy, of course, so, you know, tires can only handle so much. So I'm really curious of how okay, so it simulates the sound on the outside as well, which is also cool. I would guess when you when it simulates a shifter, I can only guess then it actually revs through the gears, because this way it's just like one continuous gear, you know. All right, yeah, I was a bit all over the place here, but you can see when you get when you hit the curb and get off the curb, how car like kind of stabilize pretty fast, just because there's not a lot of jumping around, just because how heavy it is. Okay, so here I think I'm gonna go out, right? Yeah, hit the car there. So I was a bit more cautious. As we continue, I guess glass roof would be cool, but then again it would also make the car even heavier. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. And they obviously wanted to, you know, concentrate on car being as sporty as possible. Thus making it lighter. Although if it's, you know, look at this, man, it goes really fast. Yeah, so if it's true, of course that's just you know, observation. Polyphon is observation. You know that they could in best case scenario take off 700 kilograms from this car. You know, make it lighter. Of course, they don't simulate that visually, but I would guess they would maybe just take everything out of the car, you know, to get that 700 kilograms. Basically all the seats. I mean, of course, the driver's seat. Look at this. And then all the inside, you know, on the doors and things like that. And also exchange, yeah, every part that they can with something lighter. So it's just basically battery and motors on a car frame, you know, with some outside shell to make it easier to break in through, how do you say, wind, air, you know, make it a bit more aerodynamic, and that's it. So yeah, looking good, surprisingly well. I would say it's actually, yeah, surprising for me at least. You know, it's quite a pleasant surprise. Of course, it's not necessarily. I mean, just by the fact it simulates a car many people will not get to experience in real life. I think it's cool. I think it actually, you know, like for many other cars, this could raise Hyundai's sales for this model. But you know, that's controversial. Maybe it will lower it. Maybe people will try it. You know, maybe people saw videos and expected a lot from it, and then now they will try it and say, oh man, it's really bad. I don't think it's bad. It is a bit sluggish when compared to like racing cars, but of course this is not a racing car per se. It can mimic some of racing cars' performance, but you know, just thinking of it for what it is, I think it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool vehicle. Because of course it's always hard when you try to mimic with one car. So, you know, you're basically trying to make a car that's gonna satisfy several categories, which is never an easy thing to do. There we go. I still don't know why I can't put this car in reverse. But there you go. Let's hear that horn though. It should be here any minute now. Any second now. No? There we go. Alright, so let's see what would happen if this was indeed you know, made as a racing car. So it will be interesting to see performance of the Pikes Peak one, and do we mimic it here? Does Pike Peak version have a ton and a half like this car has, and does it have the same output power? Should be quite easy to check, but let's. Oh yeah, okay. Straight away. You can feel that difference. Oh yeah. So what was our time? Was just under 8 minutes, I think. Okay, we're gonna be able to see it there. Oh yeah. Man, it feels so much better. 700 kilograms lighter is really a lot. Oh man, this not like, yeah. Oh yeah, we have the bars inside. Feels way better to drive now, man. 260. As far as the speed goes, it looks, maybe it's locked to 260, I would guess. So the extra horsepower, the added horsepower doesn't necessarily add anything to the, you know, final speed, but it would add something to like acceleration. Yeah, and braking, of course, some of it is due, maybe most of it is due to, okay, again here. Maybe most of it is due to the car being much lighter. But then again, some of it is maybe just okay. Some of it is also due to, you know, new brakes, better brakes. Because when I was installing brakes, I think the difference was only like maybe 7 performance points or something like that. But then again, the first thing I did was remove the weight. So it'll be interesting to see how much performance points and brakes you get if you do brakes first and not the weight reduction 5 first, which is what I did. I just wanted to go from the back, you know, to check if there's weight reduction 5, because I knew that's the one I want. And of course, setting my huge spoilers to the max would also impact the speed. I can't really say I feel it because, like I said, oof, no. The car is pretty stable since, because it's very low center of gravity, so I can't really say the spoilers make a lot of difference, at least from what I feel. Oof. I would say it's pretty much the same as far as feeling goes, but then again, you know, because of course performance points do show it's like they give it quite a bit of advantage, but you know how it is with performance points, it's not always what it says. Sometimes you can actually achieve better time. Because, you know, they're trying to calculate. They're trying to calculate it so it affects, I think, pretty much automatically. Okay. Our G spot is all over the place. There on the right. Showing us the gravity. Look at that. 1 point, what was it? It's hard to say. I think it was 1.7 when braking. Okay. That was bad. Definitely lost some speed there. Let's get a good exit. Yeah, interesting. And very good, very good. So you can get it under 700 performance points. So if the race is not, if there's no like fuel consumption or something, it's good. And look at this. I don't know if you remember last time there was so much braking here at the end, and this is just very good. I mean, it's still a heavy car. You can feel that. Let's see, 6:58. Is that like a minute better time? That's huge. That's huge. Okay, let's just see Can I get this one in reverse? You see, I get it there in reverse, but then as soon as I press, it goes to drive. I'm so confused by that. How do you get this car to reverse? Yeah, I don't know. Let's look at that. I think it's pretty much exactly a minute. Oh man, this is gonna be a joy to see. Let's watch it actually first, then we're gonna compare the times. But yeah, that's quite huge difference, you know, in timing. And look at this, you can see how stiff it is. I would say the car looks pretty amazing. Even with that ridiculous high wing on the back. I mean, it only matches the front, look at this. Looks good in white. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know what. I mean, yeah, it does have, you know, that Golf simplicity. You can definitely see some inspiration there, but then at the same time it kind of, like, it's almost, yeah, it's like Volkswagen Group, you know, it's Golf, and I mean Volkswagen, and then Skoda has lines, some straight lines like this. So yeah, this almost, you could expect Skoda looking something like this. Okay, let's see, we're gonna make a mistake here. Let's see how it looks when, yeah, it looks perfect. You know, when you know, coming off the curbs, just looks so stable. So stable. So yeah, definitely cool car. Like I said, even if even in original configuration, but once upgraded like this, and this was just some, you know, very basic, upgrade and tuning, but yeah, it feels very good. It feels very good. And in this configuration, it's, yeah, it's like for sure more than capable. Well, it's a racing car. All you know, the maybe lacks some dynamics due to it being basically automatic, you know. So it's just basically power and braking. Is all you get. Okay, yeah, we had a mistake there. So yeah, far from perfect laps, you know, in both cases, but still, it's just to show you what car is capable in theory. And that's it. There was almost a little jump there. Yeah, it would be interesting to see if there's a track where you could get some air with this car. I mean, on the track itself, not on the side of the track, because of course you can do that with any car, almost any car. With enough power, just launch it from somewhere. Oh, I forgot I did this mistake as well. But still, yeah, significant difference in lap time between original version and then this tuned version. And of course, between the two, I wouldn't necessarily go back to the original version. And I can actually see myself driving this car for, you know, on some events. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it if anything, just to see, you know, just to experience this unique electric vehicle. And then of course to test it as well against the tuned version. All right, so let's see. Ranking board. I have this one here. Wait, what was our time here? I'm confused. 7:53. 7:53. And this is 6:58. Why did I? Yeah, I thought it's closer to minute, but anyways, yeah, 6:58. For whatever reason, I thought the time is more toward this Baker Mercedes-Benz, and of course this was done by tuned version of Mercedes-Benz Baker Tourer from 29, which is one of the oldest cars, if not the oldest, in the game. I like that car, and when you tune it up, it's also quite fun. All right, so there you have it. I don't know if there's anything else we need to check or comment about this car. Nothing comes to mind. So there we go in original configuration. 568.72 performance points. 7:53.610 was our time on Nürburgring. And then with an upgraded tuned version with 708 8.46 performance points. We got time of 6 minutes and 58 seconds and 809 milliseconds. So yeah, almost a minute difference there for about 140 performance points difference. Definitely much more enjoyable ride. But like I said, even original is really not so bad once you get used to it, but you need to get used to it. That's the key point, because at first it definitely feels kind of sluggish, not sluggish. You can feel it's fast, but it's just it drives a bit like a boat, of course, since it's quite heavy, but still somewhat different, because it's the lower center of gravity, and brakes are of course having a very bad time trying to manage that. You know what? I'm gonna see. Oh man, look at this! We received 5-star relay ticket. Just a nice little surprise. So I'm gonna change the car to ICONIQ, the original one, and then maybe go and see. I'm not gonna get the brakes for it, but I'm just curious. Alright, 74. So yeah, not a lot. Even less maybe than when I got them. I think didn't I say it was like 7 performance points difference? I think in this case it seems to be less than that. Only 6 something, but yeah. So yeah, brakes themselves don't necessarily give a lot of difference. So the biggest difference would definitely be weight. Taking off that 700 kilograms of weight will make some huge difference. So that's it. Enjoy the car if you decide to get it. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until the next time, have a good one.